Hey, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Sunday evening? Let's talk some Inter Miami. The preseason is basically officially begun. So lots of fun things to talk about tonight. We'll get into all that, obviously, as we go. Your comments drive the show however you want. We'll go wherever you want us to go. But Ed is still trying to log in, so he'll be here in just a minute. But before we go too far, let's do the work that we need to do, the pay the bills, if you will, and say a big thank you to Caneswear. Caneswear is located in Davie, Florida, just south of 595 on University Drive. Let me tell you, they still have some amazing sales going on right there. Lots of good deals going on in Caneswear. I was just perusing their site today, and lots of really good deals still happening at Caneswear. So go to Caneswear and get yourself some gear. Also, if hang on, I was doing something there. But if the location's too far for you to drive, do what I was doing and go to caneswear.com. All right. Also, and I think Ed might be ready so he could carry this on. Big thank you to Mia Rodrigues. I guess he's not ready. You want to buy or sell a house? Mia is the one you should talk to. You can call her at 754-269-6923. She speaks 3 languages, so no problem communicating with Mia. Buying and selling right now is people are buying. My neighbor I have a new neighbor, so people are buying houses, and she's the one you should talk to. And if you do buy a house with her, you might end up on her show selling Florida. The American Dream, selling Florida on all the networks. It's everywhere, so go check her out. Ed, how you doing?
There you are, Peter Brown. You had me on mute.
Oh, well. So what happens when you show up late?
I got a couple of your fans here. I want to say hi to you.
Oh. Hi.
Hi.
And come, hurry. We got to do the show. Come and say hello.
Hi. I was at Disney last weekend.
I saw you have Peter Brown.
Send them a kiss so we can do the show, babies. You too, Chloe.
Bye, girls.
All right.
My number one fans right there.
Brown.
My number one fans.
Oh, they're always like, Peter Brown. I want to say hi to Peter Brown.
I got in a little trouble last week with one of them, right? For going to Disney without her.
She was very jealous that you were in Disney and you didn't take her.
Right. We're gonna have to organize that, but that'll be fun.
You know all the places to go in Disney.
Yeah, I mean, when I was there, the last 2 times I went to Disney, and I know that's not what people are here to talk about, but the last 2 times I was there, I was working. Like, I was there kind of like a tour guide for people. So it's like I was, there's a lot of planning that goes on going there if you want to really maximize your money. And so I was on the app the whole day and booking rides and this and that. So it's like I was working, and but they had a good experience. So that's good. Ed,
I got a lot of noise in the background, man. I'm sorry to all the people out there, but when you got grandkids, you got grandkids.
That's true. Hey, let's say hello to a few people in the chat because we forgot to do this, I think, last time I did the show. If you're watching, please say hello in the chat, and we'll throw you up on the screens. First one I saw here is Baldwin4, who is apparently watching the Eagles. Sport Shorts is here as well. Everybody's favorite photographer, Chris Arjuni's ready for the new season. Me too. Jose Velasquez. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Pablo Galasso is here as well. One world, one goal. Looking good in pink, she says. This shirt's getting a little tight on me. I got to go on another diet again. Things are getting tight after the holidays. Eric Thomas. How's the weather up in New Jersey? Man, it's
Probably
nice.
freezing.
Yeah, it was nice here today. You know, went for a bike ride down to the beach, posted that, make a few people jealous. Rick A is here. Missed that there was
Did you
no
go by
show
yourself?
last week, but glad we had a construction update. Yeah. I was out of town last week, so I couldn't do it. And Ed, instead of hosting it, decided, well, why not throw up a construction video? Because so many people have been asking for the construction videos. So it all worked out. Cynical Tube is here as well. I guess he might be a little cynical. Roselle Mauricio. Got a lot of catching up to do. All right. And Farzad Rahil. Welcome, everybody. So, to me, right now is one of the most exciting times of the year. Although I got a lot of thoughts as far as where we're at, but it is just a very exciting time of the year where it's just like right around the corner. The season is happening, and I've got a few videos that we could talk over this one, but players reported in to training camp today, as you could see. They're all giving their hugs and everything, getting their physicals and so forth, Ed. And as I'm watching this, it's like, who's there, who's not there. There's no Messi in this video, but there is a Fafa.
There's Fafa's in the house. I see that. That's good.
Yeah.
But
this is the time.
They did say that our good friend Julio Caballero did say that that Messi's physical was yesterday, so maybe they just didn't put him in the video.
He does it private, I guess. I guess he's doing it private.
He's special.
But yeah. But the time of year when everybody gets poked and prodded, make sure they're healthy. But this is just a good sign that tomorrow, Monday morning, training starts, which is a really good thing because they got a game right around the corner.
Yeah, and it's funny because somebody was asking on, I believe it was on Twitter.
I saw that.
If we knew, I didn't answer it. I was hoping you would answer it because you're a little better informed than I am. But apparently, the training starts tomorrow.
I was going to answer, tune into the show, but I didn't do it. But yeah, they start tomorrow, and this is the first step in here. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs has a comment saying that Messi probably had his own doctor to do physicals. Yeah, it's possible. It is possible. Cello and he also has a commentary. Cello is still here. Yes, he's still here. I have this playing on loop, so we could just talk over it. Cello is still there as well, and Roselle bringing up this guy Bailey Sparks. I took a screenshot and I sent this to you and Julio saying, who is this guy? And yeah,
he's in the background.
The new draft pick is there. I didn't recognize him. I was like, who's that guy? Right.
He's there in the background.
There's a close up of him too. One more one goal checking in. Glad they signed Fafa. He played for the Fort Lauderdale's True too. Welcome back. And Rick A saying Gressel getting his free physical from the team. Any news where he is moving on to? I mean, there's no official news that he's actually moving, right? I mean, we all think it could happen, but I don't know if there's really been any confirmation that he is moving. He's probably being shopped.
That's what I think. I think he's being shopped around probably. I would imagine he's probably one of the guys that might be going out because there's so much mention of midfielders that are coming. All these famous guys.
Like everybody keeps saying, where's the defenders? There's so many midfielders, right?
A lot of midfielders and no defense. Well, a couple of defenders have been mentioned. I think that one was signed.
Well, nobody's officially been signed. Like, they haven't announced anybody. Let's put it that way. But the only official signing that they've done this offseason, other than the draft picks, is Fafa.
That's the only one that's been announced officially.
I thought at this point we would be further along. This is kind of where we were last year, and I thought, hey, I know it's a new coach and all that, so You know. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. He asked a good question. What about goalies? Drake got called up to U.S. men's national team, so he's not with the team right now. Well, they did sign Ustari. I can't say his name. To a one-year deal. So now we have 2 goalkeepers. Dos. I am shocked. I was really surprised that they didn't pick one up in the draft, because that's just like, you might. It's kind of like you might hit gold with it, but you're probably not. But he's good for like third string, right? So you got your third string. He trains with Inter Miami 2, what have you. I just assumed they would bring in a draft pick because you don't want to pay for a goalkeeper, especially a third string goalkeeper, a lot of money. You want to keep it cheap.
Right. And I think maybe I didn't follow the draft. So I would imagine maybe the one that they wanted to get was already taken.
I didn't follow it either. I didn't this year. I didn't watch it, but
but it makes sense what you're saying, that they would probably pick one up. Maybe they'll still have a chance to do that, because if, like you've said many times, Peter, if there's anything Americans are good at, it's catching.
We can catch. Mm-hmm. Throw me the ball. So there's constantly. I see that Roselle's mentioning. There's Roselle is saying, heard some rumors today that Rocco Rios from Novo from Lannis was joining. Well, they do seem to have a big connection with Lannis. I mean, there's been some communications with that team. Roselle is also saying he has American citizenship. I don't really know this guy, Rocco Rios Novo. Do you know him?
No idea who he is, but
there's tons of rumors always. It's what we think is coming in is what Tadeo Allende, right? We think that guy's coming in.
Tadeo Allende. It's said that he's already signed. At least our sources are saying that he's already been signed.
Right. And then we've heard strong possibility of Gonzalo Lujan, who, where is he playing for? Gonzalo is currently San Lorenzo. And then there was that other guy that everybody seems to be excited about, but another midfielder is Segovia.
Yeah, I don't know too much about that.
And by the way, thanks to Alex Winley on Twitter for posting this little grouping of players that so it's helping me. So if you see me looking to the side, and she may watch this and go, wow, he's going in a very specific order. Yeah, it's your order, Alex. I
and if you guys don't follow her, you should, because she's pretty well informed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to know anything Inter Miami, go follow her. But a lot of people are saying Ustari's back. He's old, almost as old as Peter Brown, but he's still good enough, I would imagine. I think he only played one game last season.
Ustari?
Yeah.
Yeah, one game. One world, one goal, saying supposedly they re-signed our 38, now 39 Argentine backup keeper. That is true. So that means we have 2 goalkeepers. Only 2, though, folks, because they didn't renew the third string backup goalkeeper that was and I forgot his name last game, the last show, and I forgot his name this show, and somebody in the chat reminded me what his name was. And but blonde hair kid, they didn't re-sign him. He was a draft pick. He would have been cheap. Might as well have kept him. They obviously had visions of getting something bigger, maybe somebody to actually challenge Drake, because Ustari is not that guy. Ustari could very easily be your third string, but I still think I believe more in your third string should be a young up and coming guy. That's
green.
I don't want to spend much.
Old Jensen, Chris Arjun is saying.
There you go. I told you somebody would. Yeah, now it's coming in. I told you that Stancy is checking in as well, saying there are so many rumors, but definite signings except F. I don't know what
Fafa.
But as far as players that are still around, so we were talking about Gressel, is whether or not he's still around. One player that still is around, and there's been we have concerns that Robert Taylor could be shopped, right? And we keep hearing that, but luckily he was there, and we have a little snippet we're gonna play here.
We came in the morning, did some blood work before breakfast, then headed over for breakfast, and then came down and we did lots of testing. We did vision, we checked your body, blood pressure, and all of the fun stuff. And Baptist Health was here helping us do it. So now we're officially really ready to start going. It's been a long off season, but now it's really great to see the guys and get to work again. Preseason is always preseason, but a lot of hard training and just getting ready to start the games on the 18th.
How important is keeping him to this team, Ed?
Well, for me, I'd love to see him back. He had a good chemistry with Messi, with the rest of the players. I feel he should have been a starter, but there was so many people to pick from, and of course, Tata. He wasn't one of Tata's guys, so Tata had his preferences, and he went with those guys. But hopefully he'll get more playing time. I think he's a great player and one of the fan favorites for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully he's a Mascherano guy. I mean, he plays well with Messi. He connects well with Messi. Because that was one of the drawbacks for Campana, for example, is I think he's a really good player and he's going to do well with his new team. But I don't think he connected well with Messi. Just wasn't on the same page most of the time. So, but Robert Taylor is right in step with him. So
yeah. He's really good holding on to the ball. He's they were saying he used to do like all social tricks and stuff, and you could see that he has good dominion of the ball. So and so does Messi. So that kind of works out.
Stancy mentioning that all the deals seem to fall through. I just saw on X that Telasco deal is not 100%. Well, that's why I said we say that certain deals like Allende is done. Well, that's what he is a done deal. But we until they announce it, it's not done. Anything can fall apart, and that's the name of the game of the silly season. But it is concerning. Like every it's funny because you watch. I don't know how much, Ed, you watch the comments, but not just our videos, but anything. Anything Inter Miami posts anywhere, everybody's like, "Yeah, great. Where's the defense?"
Yeah,
everybody. Yeah, great. Where's the defense?
That's the only thing we had missing, Peter, and that's how Atlanta was able to break us down and beat us. We should have won the whole darn tootin' thing, Peter Brown.
But I'm a firm believer in that Atlanta didn't beat us. Brad Guzan beat us, stopped us. That was we weren't great against Atlanta. I'm not trying to say that. But if it wasn't for Guzan, we would have moved on in the playoffs.
Yes, agreed. That dude was on fire. He's got our number, and he did what he had to do, and they got us out quick, nice and early. These guys are nice and rested, but there's a hell of a preseason that's coming up, Peter Brown, and that I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, and I nice little segue there. I did put that in the in the thing. So that's just it. Here, let's see if I could do this. Okay.
Where's that?
Well,
is that California?
It's one of my screens.
Oh, it's very tranquil, nice.
Let me change it to the other screen. The I think tertiary screen. There we go. That's actually just the background from Apple. It's just an Apple background. That's all that is. So you can see it again. There it is.
Yep, I see in the background.
Yeah, this is their tour right here, Ed. My thought was when I saw this is didn't they learn their lesson from last year? Now this isn't quite as globetrotting, right? It's not quite. They're not going to Saudi Arabia. It's not quite as bad. And I don't ever expect them to keep all games local. But, yeah, didn't they learn their lesson?
And it's quite a schedule. I know. I think I'd mentioned to you there was a possibility they would go to Ecuador too. It was supposed to be on
Right.
what was it, February 2nd, but they ended up going to Panama, of all
Yeah.
places. So will Messi play? I heard that he's going to play maybe 45 minutes against Club America in Vegas. They're going to sell that sucker out, man.
Vegas, yeah. What are the odds?
Yeah, it's that.
What are the odds that they sell it out? It's Vegas.
And
We got to bet.
America is one of the most popular teams in Mexico, so that one's going to be packed. And then they got that trip to Peru.
Yeah, and that's
our friend.
That's what Stancy is saying in the chat is that furthest flight is to Peru, which is 5 hours. The rest are pretty close, so I feel it's okay. Isn't like Vegas like 5 hour flight from here? 4 or 5? I mean, when I went to California, it was like a 5 hour flight. When I went to
it's about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, so it's about the same. But Club Universitario, that's the same team that they played here 2 years ago, and I went and saw that game.
Yeah.
I saw that game. That was
and
it was fun.
Universitario got slaughtered by Inter Miami.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't think some big club or anything. So I guess
that they are the most popular team in Peru.
But
and they have the biggest stadium in I believe on the east, or what is that, the west coast of South America. So that's going to be at least 80,000 people.
All right, maybe they're a bigger deal than I thought. Than we thought.
80. That's a huge stadium they got.
Yeah.
80,000 people.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs saying this is better than going to Saudi Arabia, Hong Kong, and Japan. Of course, yeah, it is. So I guess, maybe I'm overreacting, but when I saw the globetrotting trip, I mean, it's now more just the Americas. I think that's how they're billing it. Don't they have like an image here at the top? Yeah, the Americas preseason tour. So, it's not as bad. They're playing against Orlando as well. The Club America game could be fun, playing against a Mexican team over in Vegas. It could be fun. And then finishing up against Orlando in Tampa. And they're playing that at Raymond James. They're not, I remember you and I drove up in the first year. We drove up to Tampa to watch them play against the Rowdies. And that was at Al Lang Field, which seats very few people, I don't know, 5,000 at the most. And it was not full. But that was the first year of the team. We didn't have Messi.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. Now Raymond James is probably going to get packed. A lot of Tampa people. Oops, so that does
old school. You can't get rid of that, right? You can't get rid of that.
We used to say that all the time. So it kind of just
this
natural.
This is a kind of a good question. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs asks, why aren't they going to Argentina, Messi's homeland? That seems like a no-brainer.
They'll definitely sell out there, but I guess maybe there's no. It's too far. It is far.
Yeah, no, it is. I've been there. Well, I mean, I flew to Brazil, but then we did go to Argentina as well. Yeah, that's a long flight. It's a long flight because you're talking, like when I fly to Brazil. When I go to Brazil, I go to a city called Curitiba, which is southern Brazil. And it's like, it's a 10-hour trip. It's 2 flights. It's like a 10 hours in the air. So, it's a long flight. So that makes sense to not go, but it does seem like a no-brainer. But
right.
Anyways, that's the tour. I have my concerns, but I did read somewhere that they did say that they're going to manage Messi's time a little bit more. So there is a possibility you're going to have some upset fans in Tampa or in Vegas, one of these cities where he just may not play. They're going to manage him because they want to make sure he's healthy when the time comes for the season to start. But speaking of seasons starting, where else was I going to go? Season officially starts on this friendly on February 22nd. February 22nd.
So that's 40 days or something and change.
Yeah, but before that, they always the the Champions Cup always starts a little bit before, and we're playing Kansas City in the first round. And so a few days, 4 days before the season starts, we're in Kansas City playing them in the Champions Cup. Then we come back, we play the first MLS season against New York City, and then a few days later, busy opening of the year. Then a few days later, we're playing against Kansas City again in the Champions Cup, but down here. I bought tickets for that. It's
nice.
It's like
against who?
Tuesday night game or something, I think.
Yeah, it's tough for me.
Yeah, I bought. Here was the thing. The takeaway I thought was interesting for this year. So I have kind of sworn that no more extra games for me. Like, if it's not part of my season ticket package, I'm not doing it. That's what I said. It's not what I did, but that's what I said. Because because they've been, as you all know, the prices have been nuts, right? So, it's out of control when since Messi came, for Leagues Cup games or anything like that, the tickets are just kind of nuts and they're out of control. I was actually I just clicked the link to see, because I still don't get the emails from the team, but luckily my rep does send them to me sometimes, and so I got it. And I don't know if you got it, Ed, from your rep, because I know you don't get the emails either. But
they don't love us, Peter Brown. They don't love us.
I know, and it's been this way from the beginning. Well, actually, in the beginning, I was getting them from the first 6 months of the team. I was getting them, and then just kind of same email. So it's not an email problem. Anyways, not on my end. The tickets I bought in our section, Ed, I bought 115, but I bought way better rows. I bought 10th row. And now I did have to go a little bit to the right from where we said, a little bit to the right, which is a little bit closer to actually 114. So that's a negative. But I got section 115, row 10 for only $75 each.
That ain't bad, and it's normally what, 115. It's usually
our normal season tickets cost more than that. Now, granted, that was that included the discount from season ticket holders. Sergio is asking, wait, they started selling Champions Cup tickets? When did they start? Well, I don't know if they started selling them to the public yet. I guess I could go and find out. They did start selling them to season ticket holders. Let's do a quick search. Let's go back to the web. Let's do some online research and go enter
Miami.
There we go. Let's see. You could buy an Allegiant Stadium, Tampa. I'm curious what the Tampa game is. Here we go. It doesn't say Champions Cup, but that is Champions Cup. So if I'm not a season ticket holder and can I buy tickets? Yeah, looks like I can. And so this is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at these prices. Now, it looks like they have gone up already, because 115 is now 94. I paid 75. But you can get in the north, these corner stands for $50. Look, the Leagues Cup was way more than this, so it's really, really a surprise. Esteban's checking in, last but not least. I don't know what that means, but he's here, last but not least. But yeah, so these are reasonable prices, and it was a surprise to me that they were reasonable prices. Looks like the family section's like completely sold out, no seats available. But
Peter, just as a side segment, Rick A has been asking some questions, and he's asking how worried we are that there are no big defensive signings.
I think we kind of touched on that, but worried.
Very worried, because that's that's our Achilles heel, and if we can get some decent defense, then we could attack at leisure as we did last year, and we could, really destroy some teams, man. If we had a better defense, we'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, we definitely cleaned house on the defense. And look, I hate to say it, but I knew I was going to be right, but I'm right. They're not, a lot of people throw out big names for the defense. They want another DP level, whether they get the Messi discount or whatever. But a lot of people want big name defenders, right? They want somebody you've heard of, Ramos and things like that. Not going to happen. They're going after these guys from teams like Lannis. They're going after teams. There was the guy that apparently the deal fell through for a player from Colo Colo.
What was that?
Oh, Donald, somebody sent me a message somehow, somewhere. Oh. That was what player fell through? What was it? The Uruguayan defender Maxi Falcone apparently fell through. They were trying to sign him. So anyways, we're hearing that they might try to sign some guy from Sao Paulo, Nahu Ferresi. So, it got a chat during the show that meant I think Roselle or somebody was mentioning that Rocco Rios Nova, we didn't know anything about, apparently is a 22-year-old goalkeeper who plays for Lannis and has played for the Argentine national team, will be loaned to Inter Miami, will likely be the team's third goalkeeper. So yeah, that part makes sense, the third goalkeeper. But but yeah, so they're not going after any of these big name defenders. You're going to get another kind of,
fill in.
Could be good. Might be, might not be. You've most likely never heard of them unless you watch the Argentine league. If you're a fan of the Argentine league, then you may have heard of one of these guys. But if you're not hearing about them. So my concern also is not only just the defense. It just feels like we have what I think somebody put in the chat. We still have to sign like 7 more players to have a full roster. That's more my surprise, is just that there's just so many gaps, and there's a lot of names that have been mentioned that they're potentially signing and things like that, but just none of it has officially happened. So
sorry about that.
Yeah. Garcia Francisco is saying that Frederici is that Venezuelan center defender. Roselle is asking, what do you think Lujan is going to play, right back or center back? If I'm assuming I'm saying that right. Lujan, is it Lujan or Lujan?
Yeah, you got it.
I would say it's center back, right? Because that's what we need. We let Christoph go, right? So you need a center back.
Yeah.
To go next to our other young guy who makes a lot of mistakes, Aviles. So you put him, but and then everybody's favorite cello is going to play right.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, well, yeah, I didn't think he was that great, to tell you the truth, but people love him. He's become a fan favorite, and he's definitely liked in the dressing room. I guess he's one of the favorite people.
Yeah. Esteban is asking, where's your green screen showing him seated in a convertible car? I think people have gotten used to you sitting in cars that.
And I almost did it today too, but I ran back. Got here just in time.
What was there, Mike? Mike V is saying, we didn't have the worst defense in the league. Actually, we're not bad defensively at all. We lost many games towards the end of the season for lack of scoring. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers and the stats. I just know that I think a lot of us, and Mike V, I would assume, feel similar, that, from the stands, a lot of times it feels like, we're giving up games because of that defense, because they're pushed up so far. And that'll be the interesting thing is that's tactics. That's not just players. That's also tactics. And do the tactics change at all under Mascherano?
That's a good question, man. And the only thing that I could think of is, how is the formation going to change? Will we get any big name players? There's rumors of so many, but
there's one big name player that may happen, right?
There's also Kevin De Bruyne they were talking about. He's from what we hear, he might be in talks with Inter Miami. His contract's up with Manchester City,
but San Diego has got him in their sights. I was reading articles that he is heavily linked to San Diego, and if he comes to MLS, it may be there.
I don't know, but they I don't know. Anybody would want to come and play with Messi. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, but as a league, you may also put pressure on these because remember, this is a single entity. All teams rise and do well. The owners all do well. The league it's not beyond the league to try to put pressure to put players in certain markets. And they used to do that all the time. So I could see
wealth.
What's that?
Right. Spread the wealth.
Yeah. I could see them saying, hey, we don't want to, put every big name good player in one team, spread them around a little bit. We've got a brand new team that's launching in a market that we feel really good about. Hey, owners, can we come together and agree that if we're going to sign this one guy, we're going to move him over to there? I think that's a real possibility. Rick A is saying Neymar is the scary signing that's been rumored. Right. And you could take my argument that I just made and apply that to Neymar, but that's the one I think. No, it would come to Miami.
Yeah, for sure. He'll come. There's no way he'll.
The MSN thing is too big that for the league would want that MSN. They want that together. There's no MSB or D. MSD De Bruyne B De Bruyne. I guess it starts with a D, not a B. But Chris Arjun says he thinks that Martinez and Aviles will be center backs. Could be. I mean,
right now that's all we got. So
that's who we have. Yeah, that's who we have.
That's them. I hope it's not just them because at least I think they didn't do that well last year. Aviles, he had his good days, he had his bad days, mostly bad days.
Yeah.
So, but he's young, and they're hoping that he's gonna be another Gomez and start, doing his thing. But I don't know. I'm not too confident on that one.
Yeah. Chris Arjuna is saying maybe Busquets will be used at back. I mean, it's possible.
I hope not.
He started off really bad, but then he did get better. He did get better, as time went by. Oh, I forgot. You know what? We got voicemails.
Oh.
Let's go and play a voicemail.
It's time for your voicemail. Hello?
When I'm saying we have voicemails, we have a voicemail. Call 786-474-4435 if you want to have your voice heard.
Hey, Peter and Uncle Ed, and all the great fans out there. Happy New Year. And just to mention, today is the last day, I think, of the big Caneswear sale. I ordered 2 times, and I'm actually about to order a third. It was such a big hit for the Caneswear Christmas that I ordered some more and sent down to DHL to South America and other places in the U.S. And then there's a big sale, so I'm like, you know what? I should get a little more for me. And then, of course, I always order for my Diego Serna 17, who looks great in all his Caneswear attire. All Inter Miami, of course, because they're the best sponsor we have. Our favorite, although we appreciate the other sponsors. Shout out to the other one. Anywho, so just saying Happy New Year. Been super busy. Diego's been back and forth. He's actually investing in a second division Ecuadorian team that Ed would like and working on the academy in Fort Lauderdale, working on opening the third division in Fort Lauderdale that could then play where Inter Miami is once they move. And so super excited, working on all these good things. And the new stadium. It looks like it's moving, so don't forget to tune in for Uncle Ed, and Peter will send you another video. And that stadium is moving along. Told you guys, it's going to be a great year. Peace out.
Yeah, and we knew once they started going vertical, it's going to start moving a lot faster because we saw that happen here in Fort Lauderdale. So
that's true.
And it's now coming together.
Peter, I did drive by yesterday, and I saw some stuff. I started recording a little bit, but it's not that much different than last week's video. So I held off. Decided not to film. And
it doesn't matter if you show the same thing over and over again. People want to see it. They want to see the progress. Remember back with Fort Lauderdale Stadium, I went there every Saturday. And sometimes my focus was literally like, look, that piece of dirt. They moved it from here to there. So I think we need to do it. We got to do it. But Endo is here. He hasn't been here in a while. He says he misses us. Welcome back. We're still here. We're still here. What else? Are there any other? Let's see. Any other names?
Rumors.
Well, we're that we've got as far as people that they're signing. They're also linked to this guy Nahul Farasi for I can't say his name. Baltasar Rodrigues, another midfielder. They're apparently rumored to, according to Alex Winley. So that's what we got there as of a while ago.
As Marco would say, they're all just fillers, just there to fill up roster spots because we have a lot of games coming up. But Marco was always very, very critical on some of the players that we got.
Yeah, he's always he's a hater sometimes. But he's very particular. He is a FIFA qualified FIFA coach, right? He's a qualified FIFA coach.
Qualified PlayStation FIFA coach. He's won many championships.
But Football Manager playing that. So he's got years of experience managing clubs right from his living room.
He sure does.
I mean, I played a little bit. I bought it and then don't really play it that much. Not Football Manager. I can't get behind that one. But the actual FIFA game, but which is now called ESPN FC or whatever FC whatever it's called. So yeah, there's just I am concerned by the lack of signings and some of the big names that they may have tried to go after. They're just not happening. But that happens every year. But there's still time.
We kind of have our hands tied with the cap size that everybody has. It's limited. You always hear Jorge Mas saying that we've. The checkbook is open. There's the sky's the limit, but at the same time, there is a limit, and that's what's keeping us back. I think if we wouldn't have that salary cap, things would be different. We'd have a hell of a team because our owner is willing to spend the money, willing to bring players, but our hands are tied, and we can't do anything but comply with MLS rules. And we don't want to get fined again like we did a few years back.
Yeah, they can't cheat. All eyes are on them for sure, especially now. All eyes are definitely on them. Hey, another thing they announced, what was it? Today, actually, is the new coaching team, coaches. So a lot of people that have experience working with Mascherano. So, I mean, I guess that's good, right? They're familiar how to work, and they all have the same vision. They've worked together in the Argentinian U groups, and so U20s, U23s, and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's a positive. But they've got Lucas Rodrigues Pagano, Leandro Stilitano, Javier Morales is back, goalkeeper coach Mauro Dobler. And then fitness coach Pablo Blanco, and then some video analysts that they brought over too. But I think what most people might be excited about is just goalkeeping coach, right? Because what can a new goalkeeping coach get out of Drake Callender? He's still our number one right now, whether you like him or not. And he gets a lot of hate, not from me or Ed. I don't, but he does get a lot of hate. But a new goalkeeper coach maybe can bring something out of him. It's going to be a different look. This guy's got.
I don't think, Peter, it was really his fault. I think our defense was just that bad, and it got him in really bad situations.
But he gets the hate.
He's the one that gets the hate because he's the keeper. He's the last, defender, so to speak. He's the last guy that's there to make the difference. And in a lot of games, he wasn't able to do that. I think this year we got scored more, and but it is what it is. I think he's still good enough. But yeah, competition will do him good if they can get somebody that's going to make him get even better.
Well, at least the coach could push him in a different way. Maybe he's got, he's a different person, so maybe he's got some different training things, work on things. I don't, he's a different guy, so bring something different maybe out.
He got called up to the U.S. national team, so that means something. Pochettino saw that there's something there, so he's good enough to be called to the U.S. national team.
Take that, you haters.
Yeah, take that. Yeah.
I mean, he's going to be the third string, but still, he got called up, and that's so did Kremoski, and they're training here. So it's even comfortable for him because they were training here.
They're at home, chilling.
Yeah. Chris Arjun asking for another jersey reveal. It's been 2 months since the last one.
And there was one, Peter, wasn't there? I think you even mentioned it. You liked it. I was like, but I'll still buy it.
It's nothing new. We've seen it before, but I'm going to pull it up. It's the pink one. We've seen it.
The pink striped one. You didn't have a picture ready?
Yeah, but now they're just saying that they've got a better picture of it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, we saw this one before, but now they're saying that this is just a new photo of it. So it's it's the one that is supposed to be reminiscent of Argentina. I mean, you could also say it's similar to or reminiscent to Atlanta United. I mean, they got the 5-stripe thing too. They've got the stripes, so you could say that. To me, and we talked about this on a previous show. If you really want this to be an Argentina throwback or tribute or whatever, they got to wear black shorts, and this will look sharp with black shorts.
That would be pretty cool. And I'm a sucker for anything Inter Miami. I'll send them my money.
So you don't really care for this one?
It is too Argentine looking, man. But it is what it is.
They're not the only ones that use stripes, though. I mean, Metro Stars used to use them in MLS. Newcastle uses the black and white stripes. I mean, it's not like Argentina invented them. If it wasn't, if we didn't have Messi on the team, you wouldn't probably think it's Argentina, would you? I don't think so. You would you would still think.
No, I'm thinking. I probably wouldn't mind too much, but yeah, everything's Argentina. It's because we got Messi, man. So everything. He's the guy that's going to make all the money.
Yeah, that's true. Someone did it, according to Rick A. Someone did an AI picture with the black shorts, and it looks so good. Yeah, it will look good. So far, every one of our uniforms has just been solid. It's pink shirt, pink shorts, black shirt, black shorts. Why don't you ever mix and match? I mean, you've got a pair of each. Even if that's not your go-to, you can mix and match. It's all right. Mike V saying, that's my second favorite jersey of all time. The first one is the black one, also from this year. So he's a fan of the one that's up for sale. And we'll go there. Where's my team? This one right here. He's a fan of this one.
Yeah. Wow, that was a nice one. I like that one.
So you like this one better? To me, this one is so simple. I mean, I don't mind it, but it is so plain.
Right. But I happen to like it. I like the look of it.
I feel like it needs more pink accents. like pink on the stripes on the here, or a pink like kind of ring on the bottom of the sleeve. It's something. I don't hate it, but look, I want to buy I buy a lot of merchandise, but I don't buy everything. I generally say I will buy one shirt a year, one jersey, because they're so expensive. So I'll buy like one jersey a year. And it's like, if I'm now, we're supposed to be getting a third jersey as well. And there were some leaks for that too. I don't remember where that was, but, we could do a search. It was more blue, if I remember.
Is it a throwback to something, or?
Yeah.
I still got to get the Dolphins one, but I'm going to wait a little bit till the price goes down.
Yeah, I mean,
I eventually will get them all Peter Brown, but I'm waiting for the prices to go down a little bit.
Well, these won't go down this year. You're going to have to get them next year because they're not the new shirts are not going to go down in the same year that they're released. But you can get last year's this year. You can get last year's this year.
Yeah, I'll get the Dolphins one this year.
Right. So this is according to Footy Headlines. And Footy Headlines has a pretty good track record. They're saying the third kit will be this kind of blue, that's reminiscent.
That's Argentine right there.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's necessarily gonna be the stripes, but it is the shade of blue. It says the picture shows the colors of new Adidas third kit. And that's it right there. I mean, that's then they're just guessing, some more stuff. But Footy Headlines is pretty good. But they're saying that the third kit is likely to be blue, and I'm cool with that as long as it looks good. Like my favorite jersey so far that they've ever put out is that Miami Dolphins jersey. That is my favorite one so far.
You do wear it a lot, so.
I do. I like that one. The dog agrees. Whose ever dog is barking? Is that you, Ed?
Yeah, I got the two dogs in here right now. I got the little one that's really annoying, and I got the big one, which was being annoying right now outside, but he's loud.
Sergio says our best home kit so far in history. Which one are you referring to, Sergio? The pink one or the black one? Rick A likes the black one. I needed a black one. I already bought the Fortitude for Christmas. All right, so that's the new black one. It's called Fortitude. I do like it. I kind of like. I almost, you want to get your full year out of it, right? You want to get the full use out of it. But they're not going to release that third kit until probably the middle of the year. So, do I just bite the bullet and buy the pink or the black one? Or do I wait and see of the three, which is my favorite one? I'm probably going to bite the bullet and buy one early. That's probably where I'm at. Oh, my wife comes in the room and says, no buying. She's joking. We will buy one. But I think if between the two right now, Ed, I think I'm getting the pink one. And, I'm always debating, like, who do I get on the back of my shirt? What if I got Fafa?
Who's it going to be this time?
What if I got Fafa? And part of me wants to get Fafa also because we've had a kind of a bit of a troll on the last show, and it was big on our chats and hating on Fafa. Makes me want to get Fafa on the back of my shirt even more. But I mean, bringing kind of like a hometown boy coming back, because for me it's cool to having Fafa on the shirt because he's from the Strikers, right? So I don't know. That's always the conundrum of what do I put on the back. You don't ever have that problem because you just put Uncle Ed on the back.
I usually do, but I did get a Messi one.
Oh yeah, you did. Mr. Krabs says just go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get the jersey cheap. No, just go to Caneswear and get the jersey cheap. Come on, Mr. Krabs.
Caneswear right now has really good deals.
The prices at Dick's Sporting Goods from what I've seen, I go in there whenever I'm in the mall. What I've seen, they're the same price as everywhere else. The only difference is like if you buy them at Dick's, and same thing at Caneswear, I will say that, you're not getting any of the MLS patches. You're not going to get the MLS patch. You're not getting the Apple TV patch. The sleeves are going to be blank. You're not going to get what it says, Fract or whatever that name of that company is. You're not getting any of that. You will have the main sponsor in the front, but
you know what you can do, Peter Brown?
We did it.
You can
take it to another soccer store and get them to press it on for you.
There you go.
We did that. Mm-hmm. We went to Soccer Locker down in Miami.
Some of them have them.
Alfredo Aguilar says the new away jersey, the black and gray, was 50% off last week at Sports Direct USA. Question, Alfredo, is Sports Direct are they legit shirts or are these knockoffs? Because there are so many websites, and they all pop up on my Facebook and everything, being an Inter Miami fan. There's so many websites where you could buy these cheap ones that are made in China or whatever. And some of them look pretty good. They're probably the same ones you can buy in the parking lot, right? Those rip-off or knockoffs, counterfeit. But I'm curious, Alfredo, are they real? Because I know they'll have the Adidas tag. They're going to look real. But are they real? I'm curious. Oh, he's saying they are 100% legit. That Sports Direct USA is 100% legit. Interesting. Rick A says, you should get Uncle Ed on your shirt, Mr. Brown.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I'm not walking around with a shirt that says 69 on the back, though.
But you were born in 69.
I know I was born in 69, but people, you know it. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs defending Fafa. A lot of Haitians, so it's a good addition. Yeah, I mean, if you want to bring in the Haitian fans, it's a good addition. But more than anything, he played well against Inter Miami. He's fast. He's a good player still. And anybody that wants to hate on him, he's not going to be a starter. I mean, on occasion, because we have so many games, everybody in this team probably at some point is going to start, right? We have so many games. But he's depth. And he's a guy that comes in the second half when the team that you're playing against is tired, playing in that 90-degree heat with 100% humidity, with fresh legs. He's going to tear him up. Chris Arjun saying I should put Neymar in the back. It's a little early. They got to, if they
jump the gun, man, jump the gun. You could be the first.
But if they don't sign him, I'm going to be pissed off because that's an expensive jersey.
It's like I have one that says Falcao in the back.
But you didn't pay for that.
I didn't. But still, that was
somebody gave that to you. Come on,
that one. I actually gave it to my dad.
Oh, okay. Mike V says he would get Bright or Frey. Those are two names I considered myself. I'm really in favor of Frey because he's a Coconut Creek kid.
Oh,
he's from my neighborhood.
Right, yeah,
my neighborhood. Manu Rodrigues says defenders. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Now we're just kind of wrapping it up and talking to silly stuff about names on the backs of shirts. Right? But defenders, we need them. We don't have them. Don't expect any big names, Manu. You're going to get, when I'm saying Manu. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but I can't help but think of Mork from Ork, Nanu. Those of you that are old, you might remember Nanu.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need defenders. That's like I said, every comment that Inter Miami posts, or anybody that has a decent following, you post anything about Inter Miami, that's the number one thing. Where's the defenders? Yeah, we know they need defenders. Oh, Mr. Spider Pig jumping in here at the end. Virgil van Dijk is a free agent.
Wow, that guy would be awesome, Possum.
Yeah, but that's the kind of guy you're not going to get. You're not getting him. Sorry, folks. It's not happening.
Too expensive, and I don't think it's going to happen. He's got to be.
You're getting somebody you never thought about from some team in Argentina, maybe a team from Brazil, maybe, but if he's Argentinian playing in Brazil, there's a good chance, right? I mean, there's a few different possibilities, but it's basically going to be one of those scenarios. It's going to be somebody that you're just not thinking about. So yeah, we're going to wrap it up here. But Rick A is asking, will the Vegas game be on Apple TV? Any watch parties you know of? Nothing's been announced about anything preseason being on Apple TV, but you would think they might want to put anything Messi might be a part of on Apple TV. So you would think it might be. Last year's preseason was we could watch. So I would, I would imagine. I'm curious where Champions Cup is going to be this year, because I think in the past Fox has the Champions Cup. I don't know what network is that going to be on. So there's a lot of questions coming about that. But here, Mike V got my reference, but Mike V's like my age. Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Anyways. All right, everybody, we could go on and on about stupid stuff. And some of you guys that came in late probably asking some questions we may have talked about in the beginning, but that's okay, because you could go back and you can watch from the beginning where we, kind of talk about some of those things. But Ed, are we doing anything tomorrow? Maybe
I need to talk to El Oso Donoso, and I will let you guys know tomorrow if we're going to actually do the Spanish show. But we do plan on coming back because there's a lot to talk about, and Marco definitely wants to criticize the team for not getting any defenders in Spanish. So
I want to hear him complain. Yeah. If you guys aren't going to do the Spanish show, we're going to have to bring Marco on here once in a while just to hear him complain.
He's going to definitely complain.
We'll get him fired up. Get him fired up instead. So it's not only me yelling into a microphone. Let's get him riled up.
About things, so I'm going to take him to the stadium one time too to do a video, because he'll probably complain about that too. So we'll see.
All my screens are up. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. This show was fun. Had a lot of fun with you guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to everybody in the chat. You make it fun. And we will see you next time. See you, everybody.